We back. Shout out to checks and balances. Shout out to the whole chat, everybody. Good morning. We here bright and early as always. I shouldn't say as always, but pretty frequent. We do more morning shows than anything else, right? So shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. Um, it's gonna be a real interesting stream. We got a bunch to talk about. This is I'm even gonna give y'all one of my own personal stories because there's some stuff I wanna walk through. There's accusations, I believe, or I should say wrong on both sides. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna talk about some of the details that's already out there. And we're not gonna be one of those channels that tries to jump out the window and just try to be overly controversial for the extra clicks or nothing like that. We're not gonna do all that. We got to be respectful because everybody has their time in the spotlight, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. And when it's on you, you know what I'm saying? You would hate if a million people is running around with your name crazy or don't have all the facts or the details or saying things that's inaccurate or saying things that are lies or foul and just putting shit on your name that you feel is not deserving. So I want to be courteous to that. But we still gonna be real. There is some eh, eh. And like I said, there's a personal story that I want to give y'all as well. So all right. DJ Academics, I guess you could say at this point, the largest media outlet in hip hop entertainment. Um, Everybody knows his stuff for the most part. Myself, I became familiar with him back with the war in Chirac when he was covering all the, the stuff that was going on in Chicago. He put a big light on all of the gang activity and all the murders and the shootings and the whole BD versus GD war and people out there. So a lot of rappers out there I would have never heard of if it wasn't for DJ Academics. And this was back when DJ Academics was doing videos and he was faceless. It was just the video with the editing of the pictures and the short videos and his voice. It's your boy DJ Academics. And he did that high pitch, elevated voice, kind of like portraying, like the guy that's over intelligent and somewhere in the sticks and kind of like, in a condescending way, pointing down on all the buffoonery and the coonery and the thuggery and the ignorance of what happens in some of these areas, some of these hoods, some of the ghettos of the world. And he was pointing at Chicago a lot. And some people enjoyed that content. There was a lot of controversy around it as well. But it's what kind of, his launch where people got familiar with him as a personality, his channel, and then, of course, from the War in Chirac coverage, he starts to put a face to himself, doing videos where he's on camera and covering just further and further topics, but still staying in the hip hop realm. Similar to me, like hip hop is a culture. I was born into hip hop. I live and breathe hip hop. So that's where I kind of much stay, as far as my content. All the people that's pretty much associated in hip hop, that's my comfort zone. And he's pretty much been similar, right? Over the years, we've seen a lot of things, I guess that you can attribute good and bad to his character. I've always said that I think DJ Academics is a very smart guy. Um, he's made a way for himself. He's made a lot of money. He brags about making millions and spending this and that. And the other week, or the other month when he's going back and forth with Meek Mill, he went and bought himself a Maybach that he barely drives just to stun on Meek Mill and all that type of stuff. Dope. You know what I'm saying? I always salute and shout out a man's success. I love it. I love to hear it. There's not a hating bone in my body, man. I'll be like, I got mine. So I got no problem watching people get theirs. You know what I'm saying? I love to see people get theirs. I help people get theirs, almost my whole life. I feel like it's one of my callings, to be honest. But in any event, DJ Academics, he's done a lot of questionable things. And I guess that comes with the territory when you're going to be that controversial, when you're going to touch on all those different type of topics. Now, the further and further you get out into the light, the further and further your fame and your popularity grows, the more and more money that people feel that you have, all that, it attracts different energies to you, good, bad. You have to deal with the highs and the lows that come your way. The same way you can line your bank account from being so popular. Now you got a whole wave of different type of people around you, different energies, people that are paying attention to you for the good, for the wrong, and the right reasons. That comes with women. That comes with all types of stuff, right? And let me say this on the whole topic of women, and we're going to go deeper and deeper into that road and these accusations, y'all. But when it comes to academics and women, right? Academics to me doesn't come off as a guy that was a ladies' man in his younger years. He just doesn't. And I'm not trying to judge a man. I'm not trying to, oh, he looks, I'm not everybody, there's somebody for everybody, right? You ever hear that saying? There's somebody for everybody. But he doesn't come off or portray a guy that just is like overly charismatic or lights up a room, or, when he was in school or he was young, the women were just flocking over him. Like, he doesn't come off as that type of guy, right? He comes off as a guy to me that he's got his popularity, he's got his fame, he's got his money, he's got his assets, and that within itself is always an attraction to women. Okay, like I never understood the rappers that say shit like, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. That's a testament to what you was when you was younger, or what you was before you had fame or money, right? When even Drake rapped that shit before something, back to my old high school, whatever, make them go around or go through security clearance, some shit like that. I remember Drake rapped, and I'm just like, why do these people get on beat or on camera and tell on themselves and basically admit like, I wasn't shit, or women didn't care about me. I wasn't popular, or I wasn't in the in crowd until I got famous and had money. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud. I can't fucking relate. You go back to my old high school, my fucking jersey is hung up, metaphorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm not that type, but that's how academics comes off to me. And as a result, sometimes that could also change how you move, even at an older or more mature age around women, because you wasn't necessarily groomed of how to act around women and get some of that young shit, and some of that way that you act out of your system when you were in your teens and your 20s and shit like that. I'm gonna get back into that in a second. I think it's very responsible that one thing that we say here is that the accusations that's coming against academics right now is civil. It's not criminal. Okay, I think it's very responsible of us to make that clear. It's civil. It's not criminal. On the side of the ladies, and ladies, I want y'all to chime in the chat as much as possible if y'all are awake and if y'all in here. This alleged situation came about July 2022. Now, since then, Academics has done interviews where he's alluded to the situation. He spoke about it, whether he was trying to get ahead of it in case it ever comes out, whether he was just podcasting, whether he was just speaking on his own stories and past situations, whether he, had little back and forth with women. So he was just talking about it on topic. Whatever the case may be, he's publicly alluded to this without saying the young lady's name, right? Fast forward, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's coincidence that Academics is in one of his peaks right now with all the coverage of Drake and Kendrick, and here comes a lawsuit. Now, on this side of the gate, y'all hear me say time and time again, frivolous lawsuits are for leeches and cowards. Okay, I'm not casting judgment on the lady yet, or on the young woman yet. Let's get there. Let's walk. But we must be objective to both sides of this, okay? I think it is a little odd on academic side of the gate for accusation, or I should say a suit like this to come up, now here in the midst of his name being at its peak and his popularity, and everybody's watching academics right now, right? And he's at his richest maybe and all this type of stuff. And then here comes this type of lawsuit, from July 22 as an incident, right? And from what he explains, and also from what we're seeing from the paperwork that has come out, it appears that he was cleared of any wrongdoing from the police during the time of incident, right? So maybe that's where the defamation piece comes in. Defamation of character. Academics are saying this, academics are saying that. I feel like I've seen a bunch of women come out, in these spaces over time, and they get on camera, they make a video for the public, and they say, I'm tired of hearing the lies. So now here I am. Right. Okay. Um, could be genuine, could be frivolous. We'll figure that out later on or as things go. But I think that is something to pay attention to. That's one piece that I'm just not going to let go over my head. All right. The second piece of it, let academics tell it. right? And ladies, don't get mad at me because I'm going to come to y'all side and go at academics in a second, all right? We're going to be objective over here as always. Checks and balances, okay? The second thing on academic side that I think that is a call out is he alluded to it in yesterday's stream when he was trying to address it. He had to be very vague for legalities, right? But he's saying the lawyer that is representing this person that is coming forward with the suit is the person that he quote unquote exposed over a month ago, whatever, as being a shakedown artist. Is that true? Is it not true? Once again, I think that these details will continue to come out. As if this person, this particular lawyer, has been tied to many, many situations that DJ Academics publicly uncovered in the past, has been tied to, I believe, the Diddy case, and allegedly, and has been representing people where he looks to file suits and in an attempt to get settlements. Let's not get the trial. Let's not do this. Let's not figure out who's right, who's wrong. Let's put an alleged case on somebody that we believe has money and doesn't want to go through all the bullshit, a big celebrity or whatever, and hopefully they'll settle real quick. Those a couple $100,000 to go away. Cool. Here's your 50. Here's my 50 as a lawyer. That's a win. We eating. And there's lawyers like that in the world, of course, right? So that's a point on academic side that I believe we must pay attention to, right? But academics name being big kind of loans to that point. I see shit right now when I'm following the YSL trial. I see like the lawyer mentioned DJ Academics videos. His name is being brought up in the YSL trial. People go to court and bring his name up. People blame him for album sales. Like, let him tell it. He's involved at times in pushing certain artists' albums back because the way he covers these people. He's Most of us agree he's affecting Meek Mill's career. He says some grimy shit in the stream too. Like, I'm the one that took millions of dollars out of your pocket. But we could get to that point later on too. You know, it looks like another person that he's attacking is Little Baby. He wants to hurt his career, right? So academics has that type of steering power, and he speaks to a lot of record execs and whatnot because they want to use him as a big media outlet in their favor. So I think all of this stuff loans to the side, and the timing, and who's possibly involved, and the fact that he was cleared from criminal, all of this lends to the side of DJ Academics. Okay. Now, if we go on the side of the young lady, the reason why you got to take note of the accusations, and you got to say like, wait a minute, is this something that is foul play no matter what? And you got to hear this woman out. Maybe academics is deserving of being under the microscope for this shit, right? We understand how sensitive things are when a woman makes a complaint, especially when it's sexual, right? But at the same time, I saw that complaint. I watched the YouTube video and I read some of the write up of the accusation that's being filed civilly against academics, right? The details pretty much in summary are that, academics is at his crib. He sends a car for this girl, right, to pick her up, bring her over. When she gets to the crib, there's two other guys there, on some Dwight Howard shit or whatever, right? Just two other miscellaneous people just happen to be there, whatever the case may be. That's how it's written pretty much in the suit. Two other guys are there at Academic's crib when she arrives. I believe the claim is that she's saying somebody or one of them drugged her, right? And she was the R word, the rape word is in the accusation. Okay, it's there allegedly, right? I'll say allegedly. It's there, right? That's what she's saying, right? So they showed her, academics showed her the video in the morning of what happened, the day before. And allegedly, I believe the footage showed her that at some point she had sexually engaged with all three of them, right? Now she can say that she was drugged, she was drunk, it was against her will. That's the type of stuff that gets shaken out, you know what I'm saying, in court, or details and whatnot. That's the sticky point there, right? But here's the thing I'm gonna go at academics for. When I said earlier as we was laying foundation, I was like, I'll be honest, when I look at the way he presented himself during the war in Chirac with that uppity voice and how he used to kind of paint himself as this uppity, nerdy guy. that was looking down on the ghetto and the hood and everything like that, and kind of, putting a light on all the ignorance that happens down there. I feel like whatchamacallit used to do that too. Trap Lord Ross, but that's a different conversation. If you really remember his old videos, I feel like he used to do the condescending shit too, putting on outfits and bandanas and all that in his videos and kind of clown motherfuckers that he was covering. He cleaned it up now. But anyway, I don't want to get deep on you. I don't want to get too deep this morning on that shit, right? But that's my perception of academics. So this is now going to lead into, when I say where academics is fucked up. Real quick, let me try to see if I could pull up how old DJ Academics is, because this is going to loan to my point. How old is DJ Academics? 32 years old. Okay. It's a grown man that should be well into his ways, well into his character. He's not in his 20s. Okay. 32, you should have a strong understanding of who you are as a man. Okay. It's very possible that now, from his late 20s and his early 30s, with his heightened fame and with his heightened money, he's now finally, I don't want to say finally, but he's now getting access to women and experiencing that type of attention in a way that he never did when he was younger, right? And the reason why I say that is because having multiple people engaged in the chick that you're dealing with, or even allegedly running trains, that's some 90s shit. That's some teenage shit. That's some early 20s shit. And if you're not following me fully yet, yo, fellas, let me give y'all some advice. If y'all running around having fun, like, yeah, me and the homies did XYZ, and this girl came over, and yeah, we all beat it or whatever, we all ran train and all that. I guess it's cool and it's fun when you guys are all young and reckless and innocent. And I mean, I guess even saying the word innocent is is a little subjective, right? But as you get into adulthood and all that, that shit is played out. That shit is corny. That shit'll get you in trouble. That shit ain't about nothing. Okay? No grown man needs to be running trains. No grown man. Whether you were catching the alley oop or whether you was the one that set it off. Like, yeah, I got the link. I'm gonna call her over here. No grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to hit no woman that any of my niggas is hitting. For what? For what? Let alone in the midst of like the same situation. If we happen to stumble across the same lady at different times, whatever the case may be, then so be it. Right? But picture me really, really calling a lady over. I lived on my own since I was 19 years old. Right? I've lived by myself since I was 19. Picture me calling a chick over as a grown ass man. Let's say I'm academics age, 32 years old. Or let's say this happened in 2022, right? So let's say when I'm 30. All right, 30 years old, I call a young lady over. I live by myself. I got my own place. I sent her a car. She's already willing to chill with me because she's coming to see me. That's in her mind, right? And I got my two boys there, and I'm letting them fuck on her, whatever. Like, I'm a fucking lame for that. I'm lame for that. Them two niggas is lame for that. If anything, if I'm calling the lady over and my two fellas is here with me or whatever, y'all niggas better fucking call some girls too. Y'all ain't got nothing to add to the table, bring to the table. Well, I'm bringing the girls, and what, you got the liquor, or alleged you got the pills and you got the and allegedly, like, that's lame shit. Like, who the fuck still runs trains? You know what I'm saying? And running trains will get your ass in trouble. Running trains will get your ass in trouble because what happens is that morning after is always when people decide whether they're happy with the prior situation or not. Dark shades in Advil. Last night was mad. I'm gonna tell you one of my personal stories. All right, I got stories for fucking days. I'm just gonna give you one that I feel like, it's not similar at all. Like, I didn't do nothing wrong, but I just want to tell you about how I feel shit can go left. Okay, so I used to have this young lady that I was with. And we rocked for a bunch of years, just like this young lady is accusing academics. Like, I knew you for years prior. Me and this young lady rocked for years. Beautiful, beautiful Dominican girl, natural, nice body. E, what's up? I'll I'll put you I know she don't watch all my shit. Everyone she said last time I spoke to her, which was, like, over a year ago, some shit like that. It was just catching up, tapping, and she's like, "I'll catch some of your shit." But, E, what's up? Alright. I'll say, "E, what up?" Beautiful woman, though. And, I took her to Club Caroline's, right? Club Caroline's is a comedy spot in Midtown Manhattan, and, we caught a real late show. I don't even remember who was performing that night. But yo, the energy that me and this girl had and the vibe that me and her always had around each other. First of all, it was always on 10 sexually. Like anytime we would hang out, it was always like pins and needles. Like, when the fuck are we gonna get out of here? Like, we gotta get back home. Like, we always had that energy, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Good energy. So we had Club Caroline's enjoying the night. And if you ever been to Club Caroline's before, you know that there's like that entry place was kind of like a lounge. There's tables there. You can order food, you get your drinks, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's your time for the show, because the comedian is normally doing back-to-back shows, right? When it's your slot, you know, the people that's on the actual showroom, the door opens, they come out, you go in, you catch your seat. That's we had some front row seats. It was a beautiful fucking night. But man, we was drinking so fucking heavy. We was drinking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about just, you know what I mean? Like, really having a great time. And show's over, get on the road. At the time, I remember I had a convertible 6 Series, BMW 6 Series. So it must have been like summertime. I had the top down. It's like early in the morning. Gotta be like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving back to Staten Island over the top of the Verrazano Bridge. I'm purposely driving over the top because I just like top down, me and Shorty. Back when I used to do reckless driving, I don't drive over 80 miles per hour now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect my fucking life. Back then, young and wild, probably doing like 100, 110, 120. You know what I'm saying? Over the top of the Verrazano, no other cars around us, whatever. Top down, speeding. She's, you know what I'm saying? Like top of the, just think about the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, wow, this is a dope memory. Like, she's taking care of the kid, 120 miles per hour, top of the fucking Verrazano, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Crazy scene. Get back to the crib. Now, if you remember or if you know how it is, like a lot of people, and everybody's different, but a lot of people when they drink, when you get that time where you finally sit still and you stop moving and you close your eyes for a little bit, that's when the liquor really sets in even more. You know what I'm saying? So somewhere, after the Verrazano paying a toll. Matter of fact, I think that's when things stopped when we went through the toll. So it's like, oh, chill out for a second, about to go through the toll. Right. So chill. After that, Shorty is laid back, going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? After that, I got like still like another 25-minute drive to where I was at from the bridge, right? So by the time we get to the crib, she's in the passenger seat. I help get out the car. I'm just like trying to wake up. Yo, yo. Let me come around outside. Get out the car. When I get out the car, boom, throws up. I jumped out the way. I'm keeping it so 1,000 checks and balances. I'm keeping it so 1,000. I jump out the way. You know what I'm saying? She threw up on the floor. I was like, oh man, well, thank God it wasn't in the crib, but thank God it wasn't in the car. Cause the worst is when somebody throws up in the car. I didn't have people throw up in my cars before. Oh my God, you got to get it detailed immediately. You got to go take it to a detail shop, turn it over and say, here. And they got to be like, oh, yeah, I pay them like $500 for that type of cleaner. But anyway, just threw up right there on the floor. Oh shit. Get in the crib, she's still fumbling all over the place. Now, some of it got on her. You know what I mean? So I helped her in the shower. Like, she was fumbly, you know what I'm saying? But I still wanted to help her a little bit. So she's in the shower. I'm trying to help her, just make sure she don't fall around and all that type of shit. After the shower, you know what I'm saying? Put her in the bed. We both just take it down, fall out, fall asleep. Girl wakes up in the morning. She wakes I'll never forget it, man. She wakes up like this. The fuck? The fuck? And I'm like, you good? Dark shades and Advil. Last night was mad real. And she's like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, you all right? We just sitting in the bed now. She's just like shocked. Just like, what happened? And I was like, you don't remember last night? Cause I'm kind of mad. Like, we ain't get to finish the night, you know what I'm saying? So to speak. And all. I'm, I'm kind of like, you don't remember? No. And then she reaches up and she touches her hair. And her hair is all curly. And she's like, what the fuck happened to my hair? And I'm like, I had to put you in the shower. She was like, why? You ruined my hair. Blah, blah. She had her hair pressed down, permanent, whatever. Bro, fuck up my hair. What shower? What are you talking about? I'm like, you threw up all over yourself. You think I was just gonna put you in the bed? Shit, you thank me, motherfucker, helping you clean your nasty ass up, help you in the shower and all that, and put your ass. I took care of you. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that Kevin Hart shit where the woman's waking up and she's wilding and like, why you got glitter on your face? Then you realize like I had to carry you in the house and that's your glitter, stupid. It was that type of shit, that type vibe. And I mean, it's just like, wait, I have to take a shower. I thought, look up, come with me real quick. See right here, see this, it's a throw up right there. Oh shit! Then she just starts apologizing and everything. Point being though is she forgot, she blacked out on some of the night. I had to ask her, like, "Yo, do you remember the Verrazano? You remember?" She's like, "I remember the Verrazano." I'm like, "All right, cool. Do you remember Caroline's?" Yeah, I remember the show. The show was dope. I just remember I couldn't wait to leave. I was like, "All right, cool." You just don't remember, the point from going through the toll after that, really. Nah. And that's where she set in. She closed her eyes, and that everything, all the like everything just set into her body. You know what I'm saying? And she kind of forgot. And I feel like stories like that is relevant because just imagine if we go through all of that, I get back to my crib and there's two other guys there. She's already into me. She's already driving for me. Academic story, alleged accusations. Now imagine there's two other guys there, and this girl wakes up and she's in shock and she's her hair and everything. And here I gotta go explaining it to her, the part that she blacked out, the parts that she don't remember. Imagine or imagine we still me and her still had sex, but she just don't remember it. But there's two other guys there. The embarrassment of it, the not knowing of it. You know what I'm saying? That's where these accusations be flying from. I could almost guarantee that if Academics was by himself, this type of shit doesn't happen. Well, obviously, like allegedly, he showed the video to her and to the police that the other two niggas took it down. Running trains is fucking is dangerous and it's lame at this age, at a certain age, almost at any age. You know what I'm saying? I just really think about situations like that. Like, yo, what if she woke up feeling like, oh shit, and there's two other niggas there, like ladies, like my ladies that's watching this shit right now. Imagine waking up to that. Imagine waking up not knowing what the fuck happened. You're not dressed. I put her in a bed naked. You're not dressed. You wake up in shock. Your hair is not like, oh, I went to the hairdresser to link up with this guy and all this shit. Now I got an afro. Like, how the fuck I have an afro? You're embarrassed. You go downstairs. There's two other niggas there laid out. Like, now if I have beef with her, what if we have a fallout or whatever? Accusations come. I think one night, but some of the times it don't even have to be true. You know what I'm saying? It's a way different ball game. Like, let's say you just got mad at me, we had a fallout, whatever. You just want to put some stupid ass shit on my fucking name. Like, your accusation got to be like, okay, I spent the whole night with A. We drove here, we did this. There's receipts and credit card swipes and all this for all that, backing all that up. You go through the tolls, all this, boom, boom, boom. Actually, she didn't even live in my state. She came from out of state. You know what I'm saying? So why your car parked there? Cameras, all you go through all this shit to proof like you chilling with this guy. This is a whole mutual situation. Then he got inside and violated. Okay, well, let's prove it. Because you hear the term rape kit thrown around too in the fucking academic shit. Like a rape kit to me is, I'm not gonna say irrelevant, but it's like it's common sense if we're fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like a rape kit is just a test and to show that, intercourse and all type of stuff was happening and find, chemical whatever from a, you know what I'm saying? But if it's just me and you're gonna do a rape kit, so it's like, what am I gonna tell the cops? Like, duh, she came to see me. We did all of this. We drank or whatever. She came to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? And we fucked. Duh. You know what I'm saying? But when this rape kit is three other niggas being found in this shit, you know what I'm saying? It becomes the accusations. It becomes wild. It becomes a bad look. It becomes that much tougher to navigate and prove your innocence about. Now, once again, this isn't criminal, but even the civil shit of it. So academics is supposedly showing the footage to her, like, yeah, my man right here took it down on the balcony, and this guy, he did this or whatever. And then you came upstairs, you walked upstairs on your own 2 feet, and then me and you woke up to, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a bad look. And that's where she could turn around and say, I was drugged. You know what I'm saying? Because she could wake up in the morning with the afro, right? And in shock and just be like, damn, what happened last night? Or you could wake up embarrassed and be like, I know what I did last night and I wish I didn't. Damn, if I'm mad at myself, why did I do that last night? You know what? I was drugged. You never know how it go. People will lie on you. People will also tell the truth on you. Academics could be dead wrong, or he could be getting lied on. But the circumstances change when Dwight Howard calls somebody over and then somebody pops out the fucking closet. Remember those accusations? The circumstances change where Academics sends a call for this girl and she gets there and there's two other niggas there. The fuck are they there for? What are they there for? Like, y'all niggas still share cars too when y'all go out? Y'all do that too? You got your boys in the back seat still? Y'all do that? The most you will ever see me with another man in my car is in the fucking passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? If you ever see my car full with my boys or whatever, maybe I'm on some designated driver shit. They want to drink crazy, so they Ubered and I drove, and we all going back to the same place. Or well, I'm going back to the hub with a car. Yo, spare the Uber. I got it. Other than that, y'all niggas carpooling and all that type of shit, sharing women, running trains, calling girls over, and then call two other. Like, look at the fucking shit don't mix like two dicks in one pitch. Find yourself in serious shit. Like, that shit don't add the fuck up. It don't add the fuck up. Like, who does that? And this is all alleged, but who does that? You send for a girl that's willing to come rock with you, and you got two of your boys there. Even if my boys was already there, if I got a young lady, yo, some company coming over. Y'all niggas done? Get the fuck on. Y'all go to y'all crib or call some ladies over. Get the fuck. I don't want to hear that bros over hoes shit. Bros over hoes when it's real shit and you have to choose between your real friends, right, and some slide. That's what bros over hoes is supposed to stand for. It's not supposed to stand for our own personal time and situations. If you and your ladies over your crib or whatever, don't fucking invite me over unless you invite me to bring a woman with me. Like the fuck? I don't know, man. This shit is just that's the part of it I just don't like, man. That's the part of it I don't like. Like, why did she fuck three niggas that night, allegedly? Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Trains is trains. I get it. Trains is trains. You know what I mean? But who runs trains after their teenage years? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just some young shit. And obviously, it can get you in a lot of trouble. Whether the woman wakes up and realizes, damn, I didn't want to do that last night. Whether she wakes up and realizes, like, oh shit, I don't remember what happened. And then I saw the footage and damn, I slept with three people. I must have been drugged. I had to be because I wouldn't have did that if I was of regular mind state. It's just all this shit can come of that. Fellas, do your own thing one on one. Not everything needs to be with your fucking boys. Your boys are your boys. Let's get together. Let's go out. Let's go grab some girls, whatever. So, all right, cool. Bring them back. Do what you do as the fellas will always be fellas. Cool. But when it's just you at the crib and you send a call for some chick or whatever, why you got your two niggas then? If they already there, send them the fuck home. You don't need to run trains in your fucking 20s and 30s. Shit lame. And it gets people into shit.